Welcome back, everybody. We are here and we are ready to provide you with even more competitive play. I'm Nada, Oz is there as usual, and we are going to go into the next match, which is going to be APE fighting Attack on Titan.
Now, this is going to be round 16, or not round 16, the top 16 teams at this point, and we're just going to go straight into things. Let's talk about this match. Let's talk about these predictions. What do you anticipate to see in APE v Attack on Titan?
Well, when we look at the picks and the bans and everything, the drafting here, we're going to see a Frog, an Ayla, and a Yuri fighting a Swiggins Raylan Scoop combo. So again, we're going to see some Yuri on Ribbit, of course, and now we're going to be seeing some more nice hammers, I hope. One thing that stands out to me is the Yuri Ayla, and if
there's no Ayla in this one.
Ayla.
It's a Yuri Vinny Frog.
What the? Is the replay doing the things again?
It may be doing the thing again. It's doing the thing again.
It's doing the thing again. I'm very sorry. Oh, it was a late join. That is why. Vinny, excellent. Forget about what I just said and roll with it. Vinny, Silence Cloud, it's going to be great.
I think the Silence Cloud into the Yuri mines is just going to be so powerful if they land that. You know, just get that Yuri in there again with the time bubble and get that Silence Cloud, pop the Silence Cloud, get the dash in, and have that Frog go to town with his NATO. But on the other hand, Team APE, you know, this is my team. This is my team.
No bias here.
They kicked me out. They didn't want me anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's sad. All right. Well, how about you tell us what do you think your team is about to do?
Well, Team APE Deities, his Swiggins is also just top Swiggins. Deities Swiggins is deadly. Combine that with their newest acquired member, Flip Kid, or Flip'em, as we call him, and Mavid is going to be rocking the scoop, as usual. So there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff going on. The hammers combined with the Swiggins anchor, then the Raylan for the follow-up. That Raylan might just be dropping the riffs and allowing them to go to town with that. But it is Ribbit. It is a comeback map. It is Yuri on Ribbit, using that set it and forget it technique. So we may be seeing a lot of damage coming out from Attack on Titan on APE.
Oh,
I think
wow.
we should get straight to it, though. Give us a countdown, Anna.
I will be delighted to. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and we are dropping here. So, as we've noted before, Yuri is going to be great on this map. And I don't know, what do you think? What do you think is going to be the first thing they do when they get back? When everyone drops, what do you think? Where are people going to end up in the map after the picks and, you know, when you buy your stuff?
What do you mean, where are people going to end up? It's going to be in the mid section. It's always the mid section. They got to fight for that mid, get that mid control. But, you know, you see around APE, unfortunately, for the red team, APE gets into mid and just holds it down. Raylan's setting up that snipe and getting ready to go. But Yuri's just trying to counteract that right now, setting those mines up top. I really hope to see...
It looks like really cozy in there.
Exactly, but I really want to see a lot of work coming out from this Yuri.
Oh!
And there you go, he's just eating the mines already.
Oh man, no one is going to want to take that bouncer ever unless you want to be like 4th of July celebrations. Wow.
The Americans love our fireworks.
Yeah.
Yuri is Russian, so I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know. Celebrate your independence by blowing off a small part of your country. That's great.
Or flip them. Or Mavid, because that's what's happening right now. The mines are just going off.
Oh, you're gonna watch out. They don't get like just blown to pieces. You're gonna have to pick them up afterwards.
My team is not going to be happy with the commentary that I'm giving them at the moment.
Don't you worry. I'll be here and vouching for you right now. So, well, they're actually doing really well pushing up and making sure that Yuri doesn't actually place the mines in the glass plates where you'll be flying up. And, you know, there's pretty good map control coming out of APE.
Yeah, but one thing on the Yuri is that even if he's not in mid, he's setting up for the clear already, so he may not be able to get that mid control, may not be able to set his mines up in mid, but those droids aren't going to get very far with the amount of mines that he's putting in front of his turret. But now, one thing, you play a Raylan, and you know exactly how powerful a Raylan's Rift is in front of a turret. Tell us about that a little bit.
Oh yeah, well, Raylan's Rift does a lot of things. It provides for, actually, it slows down the gun if you place it right. It slows the bullets when they fly out, so you stack them up, basically. It also makes sure that no one is going to jump out behind you, and, for instance, a Lone Star doing a nice cheeky bull.
And it looks like, wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it looks like they're going for the Solar Boss right now, but a lot of damage coming out, and Deities is going to pick them up, and it looks like Teammate may be stealing the Solar Boss at this point.
Oh.
They do and manage to escape.
That is pretty cool.
What an excellent engagement. You know, teammates saw that they were going for the Solar Boss, allowed them to get it weak, allowed them to back up a little bit, and the frog ate a bunch of the slime from the solar balls and managed to get picked up by deities.
Oh, yes. Alright, back to the rift that I want to see more of, because that is the best thing about Raylan. Raylan's rift does a lot of things. If you look at Raylan right now, she's already doing a solar boss. It's going to slow his attack speed down and make it really easy to take it out. As for pushing with a rift, it just makes sure that it gives the same kind of presence as a Scoldier does, in the sense that you don't want to get too close to the turret. You don't want to be like... It adds presence, that's what I'm saying. Maybe comparing to Scoldier is a bit far-fetched, but it definitely adds presence to the turret and makes it more dangerous to defend.
So you have nice little engagements going on right now. As you saw before, Mavij almost went down to Solos, but Frog's going to get caught in mid, manages to escape, though. Now, I want to see this Vinny do something very important at this point and get into that mid with the Silence Cloud. I definitely think that's going to mess Team Ape up a little bit, but then again, you have that scoop. He can stop that Vinny and stop that Frog on a dime.
Oh, yes. That is something that they... Oh!
It looks like Frog's going to get caught out here a little bit, but manages to get out with the NATO and clears the anchor from deities. And we just have Flip him. You can see him right now, just every single time that rift is on, he just throws it in front of the turret.
It's beautiful. I mean, something I've noticed is that Ape's comp is really based on countering fast-moving knots.
Yeah, one thing that we pride ourselves in is being able to counter those bursty fast knots like Frog and Vinny, and you know, we normally run a squid kind of, it revolves around the squid a little bit.
Oh well. This is spoiler material right here. If you want to fight Ape, you ban Swiggins.
Yeah, you can try and ban Swiggins, but then we'll just run a Genji and it'll have the same effect.
Alright, well, back to the match. We're seeing Solar Cloud being picked up by Vinny, so going for the late game for sure. As well as range on the scoop, so pretty basic
upgrade. This is
upgrades.
actually the second time that we've seen a Yuri pick up double regen.
But this time he's on the defending side, so it makes more sense here, I think.
Right.
We want to make sure no poke damage, and he's taking a lot of it. If you take a look here, he's actually constantly not on max HP, and every time things come up, he's going to take a lot of poke damage right there, a snipe, and that's going to keep happening and happening. So having those regions is going to be a good idea.
We just see the hammers coming into mid right now, and Flip'em landing the snipe again. Flip'em's been hitting a lot of snipes on that top, on that Yuri. So I guess, as you said before, that regen is definitely helping out a lot. Because he's almost full health already. He's got maybe a bar left to record.
I'm gonna place my bets that Vinny is going to grab Solar Crab Burgers in order to get that sustain from the Solar Cloud.
He definitely should at this point, but like I said, he should definitely build into that Silence Cloud. Getting into the brunt of things with Team Ape, just dropping the Silence Cloud, then allowing your Frog to go to town with the NATO. Deities is going to be taking a little bit of damage, but manages to escape, and a nice little save by Mavij with the hammer again. Flip'em dropping that rift once again.
That should be like a new music track. Drop the rift, and then everything goes like to dubsteps. Amazing.
Right. You're thinking about that Skrillex song, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. We need that. That run up is. Anyway, again, I want to point out that we are not seeing any damage upgrades on red team. Only utility. Again, damage wins you games, and damage is super important. So please, when you have the time to go back, you hopefully will get damage.
And another snipe coming out from Flip'em. We should definitely count the snipes at the end of this game. Because every time Flip'em jumps up from the bottom bouncer, he's landing a snipe on Yuri. Every time. He's maybe in some trouble right now, but escapes. Nope. He's going to manage to get out. Flip'em coming in with a nice little save. And the monkey says, you know what? I'm okay up here. I like my positioning.
That's actually pretty intelligent clearing with the anchor there. Oh, Flip Kid, watch out for the Vinny dive. And we are seeing the Solar Crab Burgers as predicted. Yay, who would have thought that a Vinny would be so genius as to roll the regen build.
Well, we've seen a lot of different builds on here. Ooh, Deity's kind of getting caught out there for a sec, but it looks like Frog is going to take a lot of damage. It goes down to Mavij. A nice little engagement. Vinny's trying to save him, but they may be able to... No, Vinny does manage to get out.
Oh, that is a dangerous snipe from Flip Kid. If Yuri had moved down there, he would have been dead.
So what do you think that the red team can do to kind of retake mid at this point?
You've said it, Silence Cloud, but they need damage. They need damage. They really need damage. as you can see, Swiggins is picking up damage, and that is explosion radius. Am I right? That is definitely explosion radius. Raiden is also getting damage and push. I mean, we are looking at a utility team versus a damage team at this point. So removing that that difference by not having extra damage, I think that's one of they want to make sure they poke him out, because they don't have as much sustain as Red Team, Team Ape, and Attack on Titan. They're running with that utility, so they need more damage in order to poke them out so they can retake.
Looks like Frog may be in a little danger here again. Fulton's going to get a nice amount of damage. Again, Mavij coming in there with the explode, but Vinny is going to be on the run now. Frog is going to hit flip him, and he is going to be forced back. A nice little engage, but the snipe hits and forces the Frog back. And let's see exactly what upgrades this Frog is going to get on the way back now. 2 stages of health already. That's not a lot of damage, as he said before. It's all utility. And he manages to get boots. I think he definitely should have went with Hammer Pants on this one.
Mm-hmm. That's something I think I see quite a lot is people opting for early utility and damage late game. But if you put that against a team that does damage late or damage early game, sorry.
Oh, Yuri may be in some trouble. No, he just immediately drops him. Sorry, continue.
Oh no, Yuri is actually in a pretty bad situation right now. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of there's this, either you build damage early or you build sustain early, and I think if you put those two up against each other, the damage is gonna win like 90% of the times. So
definitely.
And we're seeing Yuri popping out with speed up, so even more utility. It actually adds a bit DPS to the laser, so I guess it's a step in the right direction.
Well, eventually, if you take so many steps, you'll get to your destination, so... I think Attack on Titan definitely has some potential if they could retake that mid.
Oh yes, that is what they're all about with the Yuri here. And if they get the Vinny in, I mean, if someone flies up and they get hit by 2 mines and then promptly a Vinny in the face, there's not going to be a whole lot more to say other than 3, 2, 1, you're dropping again.
Now, let's talk about these Raylan upgrades for a second. She just picked up the Hummingbird on the Time Rift. How do you think that is going to work as far as push goes for Team Ape?
Well, it's going to add every bit counts, but with the recent nerfs of this upgrade, I think they're better off by just using Swiggins' Swiggins' hook, to just push, because it's going to provide for so little damage and so little HP at this point. And I think, honestly, that they could have... It's a fine upgrade, but there is better upgrades to pick. As for push, it's going to be just another second of push, maybe even less. It doesn't really add as much as it used to, unfortunately.
Flip him again, he is hitting these snipes all day. I'm pretty sure he's hitting a good portion of these snipes. I would say approximately 60% from what we've been seeing. So GD's again, he looks like he's going to get into trouble. A nice little engage coming out, and the snipe is going to pick up Vinny. Another snipe hit from Flip him.
And this time he killed someone with it. That's amazing.
You're shocked.
I'm shocked. Oh, people kill people. What is this now? No. So I think that's probably gonna indicate that he's looking to build into more snipe damage. As you've mentioned, he does that a lot, and that might be the... Oh no, Frog gets out. Unless we're gonna see the... Right, Flip Kid going for that lucky shot, but not really the Frog. Frog doesn't seem to be too happy about that, don't you? Don't you think?
Nah, he's not too fazed by it, to be honest. He's like, whatever. I can deal with it.
I like the little... Ooh, they got the little banter, like they could go back and forth, like, oh, look at me. No, me.
But taking a look at this Yuri again, because he's just being a menace to these clears. You can see it right now. Yuri's been at the top majority of the time, and his turret's only at half, as opposed to the bottom turret being defended by a Frog and Vinny with 3 bars left.
Can I just say that I'm really proud of Vinny? He has damage and he got Silence Cloud.
Wow, yes, you did. We said that Silence Cloud would definitely mess Team Ape up a little bit, and I'm very happy that he decided to buy that at this point in the game. Could have been gotten a little bit earlier, but that Solar Cloud farm definitely allowed him to be able to do it.
And he has gold.
And Frog may be out of position right now a little bit, and they see it, but Mavij cannot land the hammer, unfortunately. Flip him waiting on the snipe again, and he hits another one on the Frog. My goodness, Flip him is just going off with these.
What is it you say? You're going to town on everything, with everything, and in this case, it's the snipes?
Going to town? He's been in town. He set up shop in town. He opened a new house.
Oh my god, he's starting a new chain.
He's starting a new chain restaurant of snipes.
Oh man, that's great. You know what?
Every time he lines up for a snipe now, I'm getting so anxious to see if he's gonna hit it or not, because he may not hit it on some of the red team, but he'll just hit it on a creep in the neutral zone and get health.
You know what? Attack on Titan just might start their own business if you don't watch out.
Yeah, are they gonna open up a movie theater?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it.
Titan coming to a theater near you.
Yeah. You heard about it here first, folks.
The Silence Cloud, there we go with the frog coming in. That Silence Cloud again, just messing up Team 8.
I think we're gonna see some. I think if we're gonna keep on with the town metaphor, I think we got a new renter up here, and they happen to be attacking Titans.
Oh, they've run down. And Mavij taking 2 mines to the face. You know, at that moment he was thinking, why did I do that? And it looks like Attack on Titan may be pushing this midsection. They know that the Raylan's back, and
they're in the mid. They are officially in the mid. Oh, that is nice.
And it looks like Swiggins is just floating to avoid the damage. And he does manage to escape.
But they're in the mid. That's the important thing. Like, when you have 2 Yuri... Oh!
Just snipe coming out on bottom. And the Silence Cloud DD's getting really low from landing the nicest time rift. And it looks like Team 8 is going to force Attack on Titan to remove themselves from the midsection.
Clear the perimeters. Alright, wow. I'm actually oh man, this is why I wish he would have gotten damaged. Had that been a 70 damage mine, he would have gone bye-bye.
But my whole thing was, I think DD's was on his way out and decided, you know what, I got full health, I'm leaving to go get upgrades, let me clear these mines for my team.
You never know, you never know. Oh man. Alright, so back in mid, I actually think they're doing a really good job of retaking mid.
And here we go again, more damage coming out. Mavij eating a mine, but immediately healing up from it. And that is going to be the first turret down in favor of Team 8. And Vinny maybe taking a lot of damage. DD's does manage to pick him up. And it looks like DD's maybe in a little bit of trouble, but no. They decide to leave DD's alone in the creep zone. That was the time that Attack on Titan needed to attack.
Yes, but they ended up being shut down by monkeys.
By the apes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is monkey not a approved term in the
ape world? No.
Oh, it's
we are known as apes.
I'm very sorry for being so culturally very sorry. So oh, that is a nice Silence Cloud.
And Mavij is gonna go down, but the snipe from Flip him again in the time rift. And this is Super Droid doing 1 poke on that top turret, and then Vinny just poking out deities. And he does, wow, that frog took no damage even though he got smacked in the face with the anchor pull.
Alright, we're actually starting to see things that we have wished to see for a long time. We're seeing hammer pants on Frog, we're seeing goldfish on Vinny, and we're seeing laser damage on Yuri, so he's going for a more defensive, I'm gonna poke you from behind my turret sort of thing from Yuri, I'm assuming. Not as much focus on the mines as I would like, but oh well, everyone plays differently.
Well, I don't really think Vin needs to focus on the mines at this point. I think he needs to continue to build into Time Bubble and just be there for his team. Because you know what? At this point in the game, he doesn't really have mid-control, but he's got the clears. He's got the clears. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, some people has gains, some people have smarts, but this guy, he has the clears.
Or all of the above.
You know what? That might very well be. Ooh, that was... The hammers are just everywhere.
Yep, and that's apparently the new meta, you know, or it's been the meta. And look at the clear again from He's just launching that up there. He says, you know what? No, I gotta make a move. I gotta clear some pathways. We gotta escape. But now we see him coming in with the Sun Spot and the Hammer Pants. It's gonna be a lot of damage. Let's see if Deities and Mavij can both get out, though. And now Raylan just says, hey, what's going on, guys? And manages to get into the brunt of it, getting hit with the Hammer Pants and getting around to a little bit less than half health.
Oh. And Yuri has mid control in the bottom half. I like that. I basically want to say that whenever Yuri has 2 mines, that is controlling it, because that's going to be enough damage for people to not wanting to continue the engagement.
Definitely, and we see it right now. It's the set it and forget it technique, but Team Ape just says, you know what? He's not going to set it, but I'm not going to forget it either, and rushes right in there to clear him.
Oh.
And that Silence Cloud messed up DD's a little bit. He probably could have picked, and the Solar Boost picks up Flip him, but it looks like
look at the Frog
going down as well. Frog is going to go down, and now we're in a 2v1 situation. On the Vinny taking
the regen from the cloud is actually going to... He did it. That's beautiful.
Regen Cloud saves the Vinny.
Oh, that is great. So, what do you think? Attack on Titan need to do to actually go ahead and actually get those two front turrets? Because right now they're pretty pushed back.
I think it really comes down to the Silence Cloud at this point. I think that they need to start that engage with the Vinny. Definitely just get into that midsection, pop the Silence Cloud, get that time bubble in, and go to town, because that's the only way they're going to retake mid at this point. I don't see Team Ape giving up mid that easily, though.
Well, Vinny is doing his fair share of actually keeping the droids from attacking, because they will not attack when they are blinded.
And then you can see it right now, the timer coming out, and the snipe again. Flip him. He's just nailing these snipes every single time. And at this point, I think we're seeing a 300 solar difference between the second highest member of Attack on Titan and the highest member of Team Ape.
Alright, this looks pretty bad for Attack on Titan, actually.
Another turret down, and that's going to be the base open, but
they still have that bottom turret, so if they can do a nice shut off from top, I think they could get an easy triple if they... Oh,
and
that is
snipe,
nice!
Hammer and Rift coming out with the anchor. Oh my goodness, that is the Team Ape special as of now.
I think we're doing pretty well. We're in the second match and things are already special.
They've been special for a while, you know. I'm very surprised with this Raylan at this point, you know.
You're jealous.
I am jealous. You know, I know that you can't hit as many snipes as Flip'em can, but... taking a few shots here and there.
You're taking the easy ones, huh?
The easy ones.
Just like Flip'em.
And
no.
The monkey
that Rift
up right there. And the Rift again, the snipe again coming out. And that
Is that a wipeout? Are we looking at a wipeout?
That may not be a wipe, but this is going to be a lot of base damage coming out if Ape decides to stay in at this point.
I wouldn't recommend staying in with that.
But this bottom turret right now, you can see
quietly going for the turret there.
Yeah. Frog noticed it, but I don't know if he can stop that. He's going to hold him down with those anchor swings.
That was really... He just knew what was going to happen. Top quality Swiggins play coming out of Deities. 10 out.
There's a lot of damage on the core right now. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get back time. That Rift slowing down Frog's movement, and that is going to be a good game in favor of Team Ape. Team Ape takes the win, pushing them into the top 8, I believe.
Yeah, that's where you go after top 16. This is where you go.
I don't know. I've lost track of things. I can't count anymore.
No, but you've been so busy counting snipes.
Just a sickening amount of snipes were hit that game, and the Rift was just so powerful.
That is what Rift tends to be.
So powerful.
That's why it's my favorite grade on regular.
What do you think that Attack on Titan could have done differently during that game to
looking at their builds, they could basically just swap it up in the middle and just say get damage before utility, because they were getting it. They were getting the damage done. They're starting to get kills, but they had the damage way too late. If you look at Ape's build, it's just first upgrade coming out of scoop, range and damage. And it goes on with more damage, mobility, damage, HP, damage. And when we look at the Frog, it's like, alright, HP, mobility, damage. So if they had gotten damage before, they could...
Frog is very squishy though, and you gotta think, with that type of comp, the high burst potential that Ape has, that Frog did need that health. He did need it, because he could have gotten easily one-ticked.
I guess, but, you know, with the Vinny, I would have assumed that they would have gone all in with one click, right-click them to death. Just the one big burst, and then it doesn't matter if they can kill you or not, because they'll be dead. But oh well.
It was definitely a good game, and fortunately for Team Ape, they knew what they were doing. They knew how to counteract that monkey and keep him out of mid. And I definitely think that Raylan was absolutely ridiculous as far as landing those snipes goes. Every single time I saw her jump up mid, every snipe was landed. One thing that I do want to commend Attack on Titan was when they had those silence clouds, they knew when to push. Mm-hmm. They knew that they needed to get something done, and they knew that with that silence cloud, that time warp, and that frog, damage needed to be dealt.
I mean, they did a great job at, the few mistakes that Abe made, they knew exactly how to exploit that. I think that was really good.
But I definitely think that was a good match. Both teams, good game, and I think we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back.
You go ahead and learn how to count again, and we'll be back when that's sorted out.